Hello, I'm Miles, a paralegal. The videos in this series show you how to produce all of the documents that would be inserted into the client's three-ring binder using Word. Prior to the signing of the documents, it is common practice to provide the client with a draft copy of their documents in digital form. I'm going to demonstrate how you can use Adobe Acrobat Pro to prepare a digital copy of the three-ring binder from the Microsoft Word files prepared using Noble Forms. Note that this process will require having a subscription to Adobe Acrobat Pro and installing the Acrobat plugin for Microsoft Word. I will then show you how Acrobat can make it easy to send the draft to the clients so they can download it to their computer. Let's get started. Here is the folder where we have saved all of the documents produced for the Jones estate plan. In order to prepare the PDF version of the complete three-ring binder, start by opening the explanatory material document. If you have successfully installed the Acrobat plugin, you will see a tab marked Acrobat on the ribbon. Open the Acrobat tab and select Create PDF. Allow the program to save the file by clicking Yes and Save. Okay, here it is. And here it is in the folder. So now we're going to rename this something that's going to tell us that this is the unsigned binder. Now we can open this up and take a look at the bookmarks that you can find in the left-hand bar. All of these bookmarks are not going to be needed, so we can delete them. Now we want to add new ones that will correspond to the tabs that will be inserted into the binder. We can do this by opening the bookmarks and clicking this new bookmark icon. Since I want to put in a bookmark that shows that this is the title page, I'm going to click and say title. The next bookmark I want to put in is for the introduction, as is indicated in the tabs. Now we're going to continue down to where the documents themselves will be starting. Each one of these in the explanatory material has a title page. We're going to use these as our landmarks to create bookmarks. So for trust, it's going to be called Living Trust. For will, since this is a trust plan, this is going to be a pour-over will. And that's what it'll say on the tab, etc. Now we have all of the bookmarks placed into the PDF. You can see that they correspond to the title pages for each section. So now we're ready to place each document in its proper place in each section. In order to do that, we're going to use the method where you drag the Word documents into the PDF. First, go over to the right-hand bar and choose Organize Pages. We're going to start with the trust agreement. You can see now that it's opened up each individual page, and here is the title page for the trust section. If we go back to our Word documents and find the trust agreement here, the John and Jane Jones Trust, we can click and hold and just drag and drop it right into the PDF after the appropriate title page. It may take a little bit for it to convert it over to a PDF and appear inside the document here. And there it is. You can see that we have each individual page now as a PDF. And if we go back to the main view, if we click on Living Trust, there it is.
Now, each time you do this, it might import some of these unwanted bookmarks from inside the document from the Word. So we can just select all of those and delete. We'll continue on with the will. In this case, we're going to start with John's will, drag and drop right after the title page. Since this document is shorter, it usually won't take as long. And then we can do Jane's will right after that. Both wills are going to go under the will section. Next, we have the certification of trust. Drag it right after the section cover sheet. The two powers of attorney, starting with John's. And then Jane's. And the advanced healthcare directives. Okay, there they all are. Now continuing on to the asset-related tabs, these are going to be slightly different. First, we're going to want to take the trust spreadsheet, and this is going to be spread across these three tabs. But we can start just by pulling it in as one document, just like the other ones, after the asset spreadsheet title page. There we are. Now you can see that the main spreadsheet encompasses multiple pages, ending with the total estate value. After this, we have two separate broken out spreadsheets for the insurance policies and the retirement accounts. We want to take these and put them under their appropriate sections. So retirement accounts goes under retirement accounts, and insurance policies under insurance. The next component of the funding sections is to put in the funding letters. So the appropriate funding letters to the sections are going to go after the spreadsheet pages. That would be the trust funding docs document. Click and drag. I'm going to start by dropping them all here in the first tab of the assets tabs. However, we're going to find the ones that are appropriate for the life insurance list and the retirement assets list and put them in the appropriate sections. To do that, I'm just going to go down and find where the insurance policies start. This can take a little bit of trial and error here. You can see, oh, this is an annuity, so I haven't quite reached the life insurance section. Oh, a contract. What is this? Mineral rights. Here we are, first insurance policy. So I'm going to start there. And for ease, I'm going to select all of the pages after it by pressing Shift, pressing the last page, and dropping them into the next section. You can see we have an extra blank page here. We don't need that, so I'll just delete it. So now we have life insurance list, the spreadsheet page, and the first insurance policy. It looks like we only have one, and now we have this retirement account. So we can select the pages for that retirement account and move them into the retirement assets section. It looks like we've got all of the documents loaded into the PDF now. So we can close the organized pages section and delete out the rest of these unwanted bookmarks that were imported from Word. All right. The draft PDF is ready to go. Save. And now we're going to want to prepare another version of this PDF that we'll send to the client for his review. We're going to start by making a copy of our combined PDF document. And I'm going to call this draft. So now I'll open it. And you can see it's just like the other one, but we're going to add a couple of things. First, we're going to go to the Edit PDF function, and we're going to want to add a watermark. This could say something like for client review, but I'm just going to have it say draft. We don't want it to cover up any of the actual words in our document, so we can lower the opacity here. I'm going to set it at maybe 15%. Just for flair, you can set it at a 45-degree angle, and it's also possible to adjust the size of the text. Oh, that's even smaller. I think I'd like it to be a bit larger. That looks good. Okay. And you can see now that that adds this draft watermark to every page in the document. The next thing I'm going to do is to add a header so that we can have a page number. This will set a running page number through the entire PDF, regardless of what individual document we're looking at, so that the client can refer to those in order to make changes or ask questions. We're going to go to Header and Footer and click Add. We don't want to replace existing. That will get rid of some of the headers in our pre-existing documents. We'd like to add new. Okay. First, we need to go to Page Number and Date Format in order to set how we want the page numbers to look. I prefer to put this page 1 of n. That means on each page it will say page 1 of however many pages there are in the document. So page 1 of, say, 300, page 2 of 300, etc. Click OK. And I'm going to put it at the top left-hand corner. So I'm going to click into left header text here and press the Insert Page Number button, like so. You can see that this pane shows a preview of what it will look like. 8-point font is a little small, so I'm going to make it 12-point and press OK. You can see now that every page is numbered for ease of reference. The last component to preparing this is that I'm going to password protect the file. You can give the password to the client to open it, but it adds an extra level of security. To do this, go to the right-hand bar and select the Protect function. We're going to use the Protect Using Password. You can make this password whatever you want. For example, I'm just going to type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'd probably want to do something a bit stronger than this. Oh, and apparently they do too. I'll add 6, 7. and close. One other thing you can do for ease of use for anyone looking at this document is make sure that the bookmarks pane will always appear when it is opened. In order to do that, you can go to File and Properties. And under this Navigation tab option, select the drop-down and choose Bookmarks Panel and Page. That way the document will show up and also all of those bookmarks that you can click to go to the proper section. And it's ready to go to the client. How we like to send it out to the client is to generate a link for use in Adobe's file sharing cloud system. In order to do that, we can click this little chain link with the cloud icon here at the upper right. In other versions of Acrobat, this may look slightly different, but it operates on the same principle. Make sure to not allow comments. This can mess up the document. And press Create Link. With the size of this document, this can take a little bit to come up with. And there it is. Now we can copy shared link and paste this into an email. I have an example prepared here to the Joneses. So we don't have this big long link in the email, I'm going to make it appear in hyperlinked text. I do that by selecting the text and right-clicking and going down to the link option, which I will click. Now, under this address, we can just paste Control-V, the link that was generated inside of our PDF document. If we press OK, now clicking that word will lead us to the document after entering the password. Just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in this case. Submit. And there's the binder. Note that since this document is being viewed in Adobe's system, the bookmarks do not come up automatically. They can be viewed by clicking here, but they will show up automatically once it's downloaded. I would advise the client, or I would advise you to advise the client to download the draft binder. One can do this by going up to the 3 dots and clicking download this file. Not only can these combined documents be used for sending to the client for their review, but also for walking a client through his estate planning documents over, say, a video conference session, where you can go from document to document, making explanations. If changes need to be made, you can go right back into the Organize Pages menu and delete the old document and put in the new just as it was done originally. When a client comes in to sign, the whole binder is already prepared digitally, so you can just print it all out from one place. Since it was possible to go over everything with the client in advance, just as it would look on the day of the signing itself can go relatively quickly, or like a real estate signing, going from signature page to signature page. Thank you for joining me for this short tutorial. I hope you have gained a better understanding of how you can use Noble Forms and related programs to simplify your estate planning practice.